Up next, we have a sous chef joining us to give us expert advice on making risotto, and we're going to get a recipe that you can try at home. It smells so good in our studio right now, doesn't it, Ross?
Oh yeah, it smells great in here.
8:13 the time right now, and we are getting some expert advice for making a seasonal favorite, risotto. Sous chef Laura Richmond of BRIO Easton is here to give us this recipe. It's going to be good, Ross. We're excited about it. Thanks for being here.
No problem.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. But before we get into the recipe, do you have some advice for making a great risotto?
Well, what I always do when I make risotto is I make sure to toast the rice first, because that brings out the flavor a little bit.
Okay.
And then you heat up your stock, or you can even use water if you want, and you slowly put it in and always stir, because that releases the starch.
Okay.
Those are the best tips I have for you.
Okay, and what is the big difference between risotto and rice, and when should you choose risotto or rice?
Well, risotto is a short grain rice, and it kind of gets sticky. I have cooked risotto here, and you can kind of see how it gets a little bit clumpy, and it has more starch that it releases, and it's kind of a creamy texture. Whereas like a longer grain rice, like a jasmine rice, that's able to kind of stay more separate.
Yeah, this is kind of, plumpier.
It's a little stickier,
It's really good, though.
It's delicious, and it's creamy, and you can make it creamy even vegan if you want.
Okay.
So,
well, let's get started on this recipe.
All right, so today I'll be making a scallop risotto, and so the first thing I'm going to do is get a hot pan, and I'm going to add butter.
Okay.
And so while that melts, I'm going to season my scallops, and you want to have your scallops be dry. If you have them wet, it kind of like poaches in there instead.
Yeah, so that's why you have them on a paper towel.
You have a paper towel, and you want to get a nice brown sear. And while that's going, while that's melting, we're going to start our risotto over here.
So it's already cooked. You're just going to kind of brown it.
Yeah, I'm browning the risotto. I'm adding our ratatouille veggies, which is eggplant, red peppers, onions, and zucchini.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yep.
But I'm sure you could throw in whatever veggies you want.
You can throw in whatever you want.
Whatever's in the fridge.
You kind of use your spatula and you break it up a little bit. And then you're going to want to add a stock. You can use water. You can use veggie stock. We're using chicken stock. That's a good sound.
Yeah. Sizzling.
We add at BRIO a little bit of our homemade tomato sauce.
Okay.
Top secret sauce?
Top secret.
All right.
We won't ask the recipe for that, so use your own tomato sauce, whatever you got.
Yeah.
All right.
You add a little bit of cheese. A little bit of butter, because that makes everything better.
I know. More butter.
And then you can start to add your scallops.
Okay. And so on the scallops, the only thing you put on there was just some salt? Is that it?
Just salt and pepper. We use black pepper.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we use white pepper.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really show, but you can use just salt. You can use salt and black pepper. It's just a little prettier to use white pepper.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like scallops really need much seasoning, right?
No.
And a short time on the skillet.
Correct.
How long?
Maybe 2 minutes on each side. I like my scallops medium.
Yeah.
Depending on your tastes, you know.
Okay.
So, and then you just stir it until it's a creamy texture. And the finished products will look something like this, with a little bit of red peppers and basil. And that's it.
Voila,
Looks
done.
amazing.
Voila.
That does look really good. I can't wait to take a bite of that. Thank you for sharing your recipe with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Looks
we appreciate
really
it.
good. And if you missed any of this, we'll post this video on 10tv.com/weekendmornings. All right, Ross.
All right,
You
this is
gotta
my
do the
favorite
weather.
part, because I think about food while I'm giving the weather.
And I get to eat it while you give people the weather.